Welcome to 2026, the year where Vishwaguru diplomacy officially met its match. I'm your host, and today we're looking at how the Modi administration's strongman PR machine is currently grinding its gears while the world moves on in Mandarin and Urdu. Let's start with the puppet master in the White House. The orange guy is back, and he's treating the Indian administration like a tech support line he only calls when he wants to complain. He's out there signing trade orders, misspelling Colombia as Colombia, while he accidentally hits Indian exporters with the same stick. And what does the leadership in New Delhi do? Do they stand up? No. They crawl back like a dog that's been kicked, wagging their tail and asking for a special strategic partnership for the 5th time this month. It's a submissive relationship where Washington forgets your name, but you still show up to the party with a tray of expensive snacks. And speaking of parties, let's look at the Hormuz toll booth. While the Indian government was busy telling us that the rupee was going global, China actually went and did it. Because of the US-Israel-Iran war that kicked off in February, the Strait of Hormuz is basically a Chinese parking lot. You want your oil? You pay in yuan. This xenophase of yuan dominance is the new reality. China's idea of the USA is better than the actual USA. They don't bring lectures on democracy. They just bring a SIPS terminal and a bill. Meanwhile, New Delhi is left holding a bag of rupees that are worth about as much as a heap of dried cow dung in a monsoon. The administration's multi-alignment strategy has left them with no alignment at all. They're paying a China tax just to keep the lights on, but the real ouch moment happened in Islamabad. For years, the official line was that Pakistan was an irrelevant state. Well, surprise, kids. When the world actually needed to stop the US and Iran from nuking each other in April 2026, they didn't go to the Vishwaguru. They went to the neighbor. Pakistan brokered the ceasefire. They hosted the talks. And the reaction from the Indian Foreign Ministry was pure concentrated salt, watching the administration try to explain why they weren't invited to the adult table was the most immature thing we've seen since the last election cycle. It was the face of a guy who just realized he's been talking trash about the person who just got the promotion he wanted. And while they're sidelined, they're doubling down on their daddies. The administration is so deep in a special strategic partnership with Israel that they've basically adopted the same genocidal playbook for Kashmir. They're watching the horror in Gaza and saying, hey, that media blackout and internet shutdown, that's some high-quality governance right there. It's a match made in a very dark basement, trading the nation's moral standing for a few drones and a pat on the back from Netanyahu. But while the PR team is busy with Sigma mail edits, the actual economy is taking a massive dump. Let's look at the numbers. Because of the Hormuz blockade and the new US fair trade tariffs, the textile sector, the backbone of Indian industry, is currently being flushed. We're looking at a 15% emergency tariff from the orange guy and a Delta X Yaprox, 24% drop in total exports. The trade deficit has ballooned by an estimated 65 wired textadium billion. The economy doesn't just smell like a failure. It smells like a massive pile of unwashed fabric and broken promises. And finally, the piece de resistance, the Yamuna River. While the industry is dying and the currency is crashing, the administration's priority was luxury boats. In March 2026, they actually put out a tender for 2R6.2 Text Crore VVIP luxury inspection boats with vegan leather and business class seats to cruise through the river. And the best part? The river was covered in thick, toxic, bubblegum pink foam. It looked like the river had a bad case of the runs after a weekend of spoiled curry. It is the ultimate clown power moment. You have a government planning to sip tea on a luxury yacht while sailing through a sea of chemical poop bubbles. They want to inspect the disaster from a position of air-conditioned comfort. It's not development. It's a parade of misplaced priorities, where the leader is cruising through toxic waste on a yacht while the citizens are drowning in it. India's leadership thought they were the teacher of the world, but the world is looking at them and realizing the teacher is sitting on a VVIP boat in a river of pink suds with his zipper down. Meanwhile, China and Pakistan are building the future. The orange guy is laughing at his Colombia puppets, and the administration is just trying to convince everyone that the smell of chemical foam and burnt cow dung is actually the scent of success. Stay tuned because the 2026 finale is going to be a doozy. Will the government finally realize that Vishwaguru isn't a real job title? Or will they just keep sailing their luxury boats through the pink poop until the hull melts?